Victor Wembanyama is breaking the internet as the NBA's new rising star. Aged just 18 years old, this French teenager made headlines as he wowed the world with his insane skills. For months, grainy videos of the 7-foot 3-inch player trickled onto Twitter. Recently, however, we witnessed him playing in HD, and that has definitely changed everything. In this video, we'll be talking about the future and beginning of this player's career. First off, this kid may be the next basketball icon. We don't need to worry anymore. It's official. Once LeBron James and Steph Curry call it quits, the game is definitely in excellent hands. We mean Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid are phenomenal, but none of them are considered the top players in their respective drafts. The first generational phenom in 2 decades is a French teenager, and we're not going to lie, his arrival has been long overdue. If we're talking about individual talents, it's been a long time since we've seen someone this good. Wilt Chamberlain dominated the 60s, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar stole the show in the 70s, around the time when Michael Jordan was on the rise. After that, we had to wait nearly 2 decades before LeBron made his NBA debut, and we had to wait almost 2 decades again until Wembanyama's arrival. Victor Wembanyama is Metropolitan 92's new draft prospect. He's a generational talent, and it's widely projected that he'll be the top pick in the 2023 NBA draft. Next up, where did it all start for Victor? Wembanyama didn't have to look far for inspiration. His father, Felix Wembanyama, is a former high jumper who stands tall at 6'5". His mother, Elodie DeFatereau, also towers at 6'2", and she's the one who inspired her son. DeFatereau is a youth basketball coach who is more than eager to teach her son the ropes. Not only that, but Victor's mom also happens to be good friends with Bouna Ndiaye. Ndiaye is an agent who represents French national team members like Batum and Gobert. For many years, Ndiaye was told that he needed to see Fatereau's son play. He brushed it off though because Wembanyama was so young. When Victor was finally 13, Ndiaye gave in and decided to watch him play. Ndiaye told Anscape that it was his friend who urged him to go see Victor play, saying that Victor was big time and something special. So Ndiaye texted Victor's mom, telling her that he'll be coming in to watch the kid play. He clarified that it wasn't for work though, and he was just coming for fun as a friend. And well, as Ndiaye soon discovered, the hype was real. Ndiaye said that he knew Wembanyama was special just by the way he passed and the way he dribbled. After that, the agent saw him a few more times with the French under-16 team, and he was sold. He described the French teenager to be unlimited in terms of his potential. Moving forward, Victor gets his big break. It was actually Nicolas Batum who discovered this talent, and that's when Wembanyama was just 14 years old. Batum was walking out of a French men's basketball team practice in suburban Paris when something caught his eye. The French star was stunned as he stopped in his tracks and watched Victor play. The 14-year-old had Batum speechless. Towering above everyone at 6'11", Victor had a complete offensive game. Not only that, but he also blocked shots and dunked the ball like a pro. He also made it look so easy. While it's usually kids who introduce themselves to NBA players, the tables were definitely turned this time. The Los Angeles Clippers star made a point to introduce himself to Victor. Looking back at the encounter, Batum said that after he saw Wembanyama play that day, he immediately called Tony Parker and said that they had to get this guy. Batum went on to say, "I've been telling people during the last 4 years about him. They're listening now. He's not wrong. Today, the entire NBA has got his eyes set on this kid." Up next, Victor's got game. Wembanyama now stands at 7'3" tall with an 8-foot wingspan and a 9'7" standing reach. He definitely dominates the court. This guy doesn't even need to leave his feet to alter shots because he can just stretch and swat away jumpers or poke the ball away from would-be attackers. In fact, this kid is so agile and long that unlike fellow French player Rudy Gobert, he's not afraid to step out and defend the perimeter. The lucky team that finally gets to draft Wembanyama won't just be tough to score on in the paint, but they may as well have a dome built around the side of the floor where Wembanyama is playing. Everyone knows that teams nowadays are all about space, and this guy is a space killer with his 8-foot wingspan. If he continues filling out, he could be the most dominant defensive player. Wembanyama began making a name for himself internationally after he played for France at the FIBA Under-19 World Cup in 2021. He squared off against Holmgren, who was the 2nd overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft. Wembanyama went on to score 25 points in a game against Le Portel and won his 2nd Pro A Best Young Player award. On average, the kid's got 9.4 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 1.8 blocks in 18.5 minutes over the 16 French League games he played. Finally, Wembanyama's got a bright future ahead of him. Wembanyama's expected to be the top pick at the 2023 NBA Draft. The 18-year-old played on American soil for the first time this month, and to say that he left everyone stunned would be an understatement. He was scouted by Oklahoma City Thunder president Sam Presti and New Orleans Pelicans general manager Trajan Langdon. But these were just a few of many, and there were many NBA personnel buzzing around Victor as he practiced before the big game. One NBA manager told Anscape that Wembanyama will grow into his slender frame, even though he's just about 210 pounds right now. Many believe that he's got the potential to become a generational player. The general manager went on to compare Wembanyama to the likes of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Ralph Sampson, talking about how his length, size, and skills are unmatched. The manager concluded by saying that it's Victor's ethic that will determine how far he really goes. Other than that, the kid's got it all, and everyone's seeing it. G League president Abdur Rahim told Anscape that Wembanyama just turned down an offer from Ignite. That's not all though. Jonathan Givony of ESPN reported that Victor has turned down offers from the Australian NBL, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Paris Basket, among others. He's sticking with the Metropolitans 92 and wants to be home during his last season before the NBA draft. NDI said it's important for Wembanyama to stay grounded to prepare for the NBA, which is why he's returned to Paris and isn't playing for the French national team. Before we wrap up this video, there are many reasons why Wembanyama is unlike any NBA prospect we've seen before. First up, LeBron James describes him as an alien. Everybody has been a unicorn for the last 2 years, but he's more like an alien, LeBron James said. He went on to say that he's seen no one as tall yet fluid as Victor is. This guy is outright graceful. Some even speculate that Wembanyama can outgrow the king himself. One sports commentator wondered who would have come out on top if Wembanyama was in the 2003 draft with LeBron. There's a 50% chance he might have been the top prospect rather than James, depending on who was drafting. Next up, he's got insane skills. What makes Wembanyama so different is his insane measurement and dexterity for such a large athlete. Wembanyama isn't just a great spot-up shooter, but he can also take 29-footers off dribble. If you try to crowd his space, he can blow by you after a couple of set-up dribble combos. He's unstoppable. We mean, just look at what he did to poor Leonard Miller. Would you believe us if we told you that the midget catching a whiff of Wembanyama's musty armpits was 6'10"? Lastly, Wembanyama's got a great mindset. Speaking about the teenager, Gobert said that he's very wise for his age and is an old soul. Gobert reached out to Victor when he was just 13, and the NBA star was impressed. He said that he saw the approach that Wembanyama had at just 13 years old. He's not the only one who thinks this, though. Cole, who played for JL Borg in France last season, said that he's got something that you can't coach: his confidence. Wembanyama has often overcome slow personal starts and has led his club out of early deficits, impressing the Metropolitans coach Vincent Collet, who said that at Victor's age, many don't come back after a tough first half. Wembanyama said that while it's easy to just get mad and frustrated, he always keeps his head in the game for his teammates. And that's a wrap for this video. Do you think Victor Wembanyama will be the top pick in the 2023 NBA Draft? Which team will get him? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Goodbye for now, and we'll see you in the next one.